Should you do bend arm exercise if your goals are straight arm calisthenics skills like the planche or front lever? This is a question that puzzled me for quite a long time, as I knew that bend arm exercises weren't as specific for straight arm skills as straight arm exercises, but people still recommended doing them. Why? This video will be my best attempt at answering this question, so sit back and enjoy. Firstly, let's define what are straight arm or bend arm exercise so you know exactly what I'm talking about. As the name suggests, straight arm exercises are exercises where your arms are straight, and bend arm exercises are exercises where your arms are bent. To give you some examples, pike push-ups and pull-ups are bend arm exercises, while the planche or front lever are straight arm exercises. Straight arm exercises are typically harder than bend arm exercises because the moment arm with the shoulder is longer. Compare doing a shoulder press with 20 pounds and a straight arm front raise with 20 pounds. Although both movements involve lifting 20 pounds of external weight through shoulder flexion, the straight arm front raise is much harder simply because your shoulder is in a much more disadvantageous position. If you still don't get why this is the case, just pause and look at this picture. To figure out if you should do bend arm exercises, let's look at the number one training principle: specificity. Specificity says that your training for a particular ability has to reflect the demands of that ability by either training them directly or at least training the underlying systems that support those demands. This means that there's two levels of specificity. The first is training the ability directly, and the second is training the underlying systems of that ability. To give you a concrete example, let's look at the planche. The most specific way to train the planche would be to do a planche hold. You can't really get more specific than that. On the other hand, a less specific way to train the planche would be to train the underlying systems of the planche, which would be muscle mass in the front delts and strength through shoulder flexion. This is where bend arm exercises come in, as they typically have a better stimulus-fatigue ratio than straight arm exercises. This is because straight arm exercises put a ton of stress on your joints and connective tissues, which means that you may not be able to accumulate enough training volume through them to stimulate substantial muscle growth in the front delts, because your joints and connective tissues may not be able to handle it. By straight arm exercise for the planche, I mean either planche presses or front raises, as isometric planche holds are terrible for building muscle. What I'm trying to say here is that even though straight arm exercises are more specific for straight arm skills than bend arm exercises, you can still do bend arm exercise to grow and strengthen the primary movers of the straight arm skills that you want to achieve. For the planche, these are your front delts. This is because your front delts don't really see the difference between a planche press and a pike push-up. Both are shoulder flexion movements. The only difference is that one is with your arms straight and the other is with your arms bent. So in this short video, let's conclude everything we just talked about. Bend arm exercise can help you achieve straight arm skills. How? By building muscle and strength in the primary movers without your joints and connective tissues being the limiting factor. Just keep in mind that specificity is king. So to achieve straight arm skills, you actually have to train them. You won't magically unlock the planche by just doing handstand push-ups because the specificity is simply not there. In short, you can use bend arm exercise as supplementary exercise to strengthen and grow the primary movers of the straight arm skills that you want to achieve. For the planche, this will be some kind of vertical pushing movement such as pike push-up, and for the front lever, this will be some kind of vertical pulling movement such as a pull-up. If you found this video helpful, make sure to leave a like, subscribe to my channel, and comment down below what kind of videos you would like to see from me more. You can also check the description for the best bodyweight exercises for beginners and my Instagram, where I post my workouts and lifestyle in general. And have an awesome day. Peace!